Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Dallas Cowboys. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Keep playing hard. Come on, set. 8, read. They're going to need some therapy after this.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man open. It's Ross. And out across midfield down to the 45. Heck of a start. A 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. Well, there's a pretty big start right there. They go bombs away on the first play from scrimmage.
Put a smile on your face, didn't it? Not because you're rooting for anyone, but that's the way to begin a game, to put someone back on their heels and announce that they plan to be aggressive.
A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. So the same tandem connecting on back-to-back throws to start the game.
And maybe throwing the scouting report off just a little bit. That's not exactly what they think is going to be their number one receiver, but he's producing already early in this game.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Yellow, yellow. There's no rule, lady. Come on, D.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. He'll have a first down past the 40. Touchdown, Cowboys! Phillip Lindsay with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. You got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Well, I've never seen this one. It's 2nd down, and the punt team is out there. Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
A big play here for Dallas. 48 yards on the ground.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Yellow. 480. 54. Mike, 54. Hey, defense, let's go.
They'll run with Lindsey. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down, Muhammad able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Patrick Mahomes with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 29-yard.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Come on, baby. Shoot.
Now Joe Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll set up a throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Switch up. Hey, Zoo. SOS. Slam. 6-6. Pull it high. Get it.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47.
You got it.
14. Bengals 3.
Let's go.
3rd and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime.
Hey, one set. Check. 5. 2. Kill. Tight dog. X3. 218. Chop it. Let's go.
They'll look to throw. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Yellow.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check nickel.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Yellow. 180. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
On 3rd down, Muhammad. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Marr able to put this one through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So good kick there to polish.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Second and 5 at the Cowboys' 46-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up second down.
At the 34-yard line.
Set up. 10 logo.
59.
Watch the slants. Watch the slants. Hard.
Switch. Check three.
Rock it. Check 37. Hey, Sam off. Ready?
Here's a 2nd and 7. He gets this one to Boyd. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Recon, 152 fighter. They still playing something. Y'all playing the wrong football. Hey, team 6.
Check it backer.
Let go.
On third down, Mixon. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he is out of bounds here on the return.
Let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. On first down, Lindsey. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
Let's stop.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff Spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a carry for Lindsey. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
54. And that QB's trapped.
A give, running right, Lindsey. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 16 yards, a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
Attack, attack!
Check 24. Check 24.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run on first down. Muhammad, and he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the Bengals' 19-yard line.
Yellow. 180.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And he'll get this down only to the 18. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Another run by Lindsey, and he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
54 Mike. Check. Walk 54. Walk 54. I'm scared.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Hey, orbit. Clear.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that will be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Take it at the 37. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th.
Yellow. On the line, right? Let's go, D. Let's go. You.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys! Philip Lindsey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check.
They'll set up to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Now the Bengals on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to air it out deep, and this will be caught at the 30. And he's way down into Dallas territory inside the Cowboy 15. A big play there for Cincinnati. 53 yards.
Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up.
Hey, Echo. Fire.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Let's go. 61. Matchbox lights. Hey, wahoo.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
2nd and 9 now. He completes it to Boyd. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Bullock good on the extra point, and that will shave 1 more off this lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Recon, 132 fighter. I got you, son. I got you, son. He's checking. Crash.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Tackle made there by Nick Perry. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. Looking deep down. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That sack was by Isaiah Oliver from his cornerback position.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, exit.
51 miles.
Yes.
Let's go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation. And got his man complete. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Now, the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep down into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And to be frank, Charles, probably not too many people surprised at how this one turned out.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. I mean, they're such a good football team. They were at home. You know, you walked in and you looked at the advantages and you saw that they had most of them. It'd take a lot to try and even it up. I just thought 2 words for this ball game: methodical and predictable. And both of them came together.
So for Dallas, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I put it in 10, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mid dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just get. I'm undefeated, top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.